Hey y'all, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja A. As you see tarot cards on your screen right now, you know it's time for a new moon reading. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm trying to like upload videos and like switch out hard drives and stuff, my bad. Time for a new moon reading. This time around we are in the Leo lunar cycle, so if you want some more information on, you know, what that actually means, check out my video on the new moon in Leo and the partial solar eclipse. I have a link down there in the description box for that. I've also got summer solstice tarot readings up as well. So this is just for, you know, mid-August to mid-September Leo lunar cycle. If you want some information on what, or some insight on the full summer for your sign, go on and check that out as well. And like I said, everything's linked down in the description box below, okay? This video is for my Capricorns. So Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon, or Capricorn rising like myself. This video is for you. If you feel like what I'm saying in this video is not resonating with you, go on and check out your moon or rising sign. One of those may be for you this time around. All right, y'all. So we're here. Let's get it popping. I'm going to do my regular 5-card spread. We are now in Leo lunar season, so we're going to have a couple cards talking about Leo energy. So looking at the energy coming in for us for this Leo lunar cycle, looking at any crossing energies. In the Leo cards, we're going to be looking at what's cramping your style, and then where do you need to show off or show up and show out, okay? And then as always, I'm going to do a little soul message card for you guys, alrighty? Let's go on and get these decks shuffled for you. See what's popping for Cap Sun, Cap Moon, and Cap Rising for this Leo lunar cycle, mid-August to mid-September. It's so crazy saying that already. I'm like, damn, is it already August? Is September next month? Are we about to be in the fall next month? Like, what? Why? Take me back to June. Okay, Capricorn, that's good. Why can't I shuffle these or work with these cards? Okay. Alrighty. Ooh, y'all got the Sage. And y'all got the Choice card. Okay, Capricorn, what's good? Y'all, it's litty for y'all this time around, it looks like so far. All right, go on and shuffle the deck over here. I just opened my eyes and saw the Tower card. For those of y'all that know me personally or that kind of pay attention to my videos, I typically shuffle with my eyes closed. Just open my eyes and there was a Tower card for you, Capricorn. So there's some changes coming in for you, for sure. Alrighty, let's cut the deck. Cut the deck again. All right, Capricorn, what's popping for you guys this time around during this Leo lunar season? And again, I am talking about mid-August to mid-September, okay? All right, so the first card that you've got coming up in your spread is the 9 of Water, and we're talking about a water card, so the water element associated with our emotions, spirituality, creativity, emotional investments. This card, when it comes up, points to, it's a card of healing. It's a card of strength, it's a card of healing, but this card coming up in the position of the energy for you during this Leo lunar cycle is very interesting because you guys are an earth sign and you guys are typically the earth sign that is known for not emoting. So very interesting that the energy that's coming in for you, Capricorn, is one in which you are actually going to really be focusing on emotional healing or healing the things that are causing you, you know, emotional pain. This is a card saying that no matter what these things are, Capricorn, it is actually time for you to kind of open your heart up and open your soul and your spirit and your mind up to working through these things. And this is the energy for you for the Leo lunar cycle. So it's not looking like you have any like bad cards going on in here, but because this is a card of healing, what I will say, Capricorn, is when we're talking about healing our emotions or emotional healing or becoming open to seeing the things that actually bring us pain or cause us pain or disappointment or anything of the sort, it can be a little bit of a trying time. This card, what I really get for y'all, Capricorn, is that, as I was saying, you guys are the sign that's not really known for showing or exhibiting your emotions. And whichever one of y'all be watching my videos talking weird, you said Capricorns don't have emotions. That's not true. Get off my channel. You stop watching my videos. These are not for you. This time for you, Capricorn, as I said, you guys aren't really known for exhibiting emotions. That's not to say you don't have them, but you are not known for showing them. And you're also one of the signs that has a little bit of a harder time working with and understanding your own emotions. I am surrounded by all my siblings are Capricorns. I'm a rising Capricorn myself. Y'all have a hard time when it comes to telling people or expressing the way that you feel, and that's just what it is. Unless you've got like water in your chart, or fire, you just have a hard time. It doesn't come very naturally for you. This card, this 9 of water, is a card that's saying, okay, Capricorn, during this next month, you need to be a little bit more open to being more emotionally aware. And this is also saying that very, very possible that during this next month for you, Capricorn, there are going to be certain things coming up for you that you either may have tried to suppress or suppress successfully, or things that you regularly try to avoid because it's not something that you want to deal with. And you may not know why it's not something that you want to deal with, but it's because you don't want to deal with the emotions attached to it. So the energy for you guys during this month has a lot to do with healing, but in the same sense, when it comes to healing, you do have to be reminded of the hurt, reminded of the pain. And if what I'm saying, it doesn't sound like you, like if you're like, oh, I don't know about healing, this card, Capricorn, could just be a little general indicator that, okay, Capricorn, you are going to be a little more emotional this month. You are possibly going to be in a place to where you're like, oh, what is going on? I'm not understanding why I'm feeling this way. I don't even understand what this is. Like, are these feelings? But I more so pick up on there's going to be a lot of healing going on for you Capricorns during this time, which makes sense because although we're going into Leo lunar season, that means we're moving into Virgo solar season. And so coming into a solar earth season, other earth signs tend to be affected. Other things tend to be illuminated in people with a lot of earth placements in their chart. So Capricorn, we're going into Virgo solar season in a couple of, I won't say a couple of weeks, like in about a week or so here. So just keep in mind, like, there may be some things that are coming up for you that are coming to the surface. Do not suppress them. Do not do the typical Capricorn, oh, I'm not bothered by that, I don't need to worry about that, or I don't want to deal with that. Instead, take this time to actually acknowledge these things and start trying to work through them, okay? All right, Capricorn, I don't know why I was so winded for that one. I be feeling winded sometimes. I be like, I'm not even moving. Why am I breathing so heavy? Smoke too much weed. No, never smoke too much weed. Anyways, okay, so the next card that you guys have coming up for you in this spread is the Sage. And this is an interesting one. I haven't yet pulled this card for myself from this deck, because I don't even know if I said that, but this is a new deck for me. So I'm getting acquainted with it, but tarot is intuitive, so I could still read these cards and read your life for you. Ooh, yeah. So the Sage is a card of communication. Instead, Sage is a storyteller. The Sage is somebody that carries a lot of knowledge. It's associated with tradition. And it's also a card of, it's an advice card. So the Sage coming up in the position that's actually crossing you, Capricorn. Don't think it has anything to do with you seeking out advice, anything to do with you don't know what's going on. I think this one actually has to do with your communication. You're going to be going through a time of healing. You're going to be going through a time of working through things that you may not have visited in years, and you may not even know what to do there. All this Sage card is saying for you, Capricorn, is, okay, listen, this stuff is going on, but you cannot work through it without communicating your feelings. And that doesn't necessarily have to be to another person. That could just mean with yourself. You cannot be in denial about the shit that has happened to you, or about the shit that you have going on, or about the things that you need to heal, and expect anything to go well for you. And that's something that we all deal with. I deal with it myself. All the Capricorn people I know they may not admit to this, but we all have things that we say, no, I don't want to deal with that. I'm not dealing with that. That causes too much pain for me, or it just causes too much chaos for me. And when we do things like that, so to speak, sweeping things under the rug, they're not cleaned up, they're not cleansed, they're not cleared, they're just under the rug, and they're there for you. Like, they're still there. All you gotta do is lift the rug up, and it's still there, still very much so there. Just because out of sight, out of mind is not really a concept that I lend to anything that I do in my life. Just because it's out of sight does not mean that it does not exist. I'm one of them people, they be like, if a tree falls in a forest and nobody is around, does it make a sound? Yes. What do you mean? Yeah, it makes a sound. Out of sight, out of mind does not mean anything to me. The Sage card, Capricorn, you're coming into an energy this month to where you're going to have to be very, very honest with yourself. And this card, the Sage card crossing that healing for you, is saying that you might have a little bit of a difficulty in figuring out what needs to be healed, and figuring out what you need to do, figuring out the steps that you need to take, because you may not want to be honest with yourself about the situations that you've been in, or about your past, or about anything that you've had happen to you that you know deep down has had some sort of emotional toll on you, or has caused some sort of major shift, or plays a major role in why you are the way that you are today. So Capricorn, you guys are not known for telling. Y'all are not liars, No, Capricorns are pretty honest. You guys are known for being very practical. You're known for being very stable. You're known for being very grounded. Take a little bit of your earth energy and lend that to being honest with yourself, so that you can truly and actively heal the things that need to be healed. You cannot heal anything if you're in denial, and you can't heal anything if you're telling yourself lies about what needs to be healed, okay? Now, the next card that I have coming up in this spread for you is in the position of, what's cramping your style, Capricorn? What's blocking us from being and tap into the little Leo energy that we don't have, and you've got the Son of Pentacles coming up in that position. And so in this deck, that is the Knight of Pentacles. And whenever I see Knight cards, I say that the Knight cards typically represents either somebody or something coming in with a message or an opportunity for you. And so what it's saying in this particular spread is, what's cramping your style? You've got the Son of Pentacles, Capricorn, that's you. And this is funny because the same thing came up for Sagittarius, just in a different type of way. You are so grounded, you're so stable, you're so tapped into your own energy that you're resonating with it without the other components that go along with it. The Son of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles, so it's not the mature court card. The King of Pentacles is. When you tap into the King of Pentacles, you have that entrepreneurial energy. You have that slow and steady wins the race. You have that insight as to where you know how to plan things, you know how to build things, you know how to have a grip on your finances. When the Son of Pentacles comes in, it says, okay, that's somebody that resonates with that energy, but they're not as developed in that sense. And in all honesty, I don't even think that the Son of Pentacles card coming up has anything to do a lot with the Pentacles energy. I do just think that this card is coming up to say, hey, Capricorn, just so you know, you're being blocked by your own self. This is a you card, so it's the Earth card, the Earth energy card. You are being blocked. Your healing is being held up by your own self, and your healing is being held up by the fact that you don't either. And it could be you're scared, either you done forgot, or you, like I said, you're just not ready to face those certain things. But I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Saturn is in your sign. You know your sign is not an easy energy, and if you know anything about Saturn, you know Saturn is not an easy energy. Foundations are crumbling to make space so we can build upon the things that we need to build upon. So a part of foundations crumbling includes cleansing and healing. This is unavoidable. You cannot get away from healing yourself. You cannot get away from releasing the things and cutting the cords that need to be cut. Whatever it is that you got to do to release that dense negative energy from yourself, so that you can tap into the sage energy upright. Honestly, you're holding yourself back. And it may be you don't want to express those emotions. It may be you don't want to deal with those emotions. It may be you just don't even know how to deal with the feelings that come along with the shit that you don't want to deal with. So, and that makes perfect sense. But what I will say, Capricorn, like I told Sagittarians, and for you it might be something a little different. You can meditate. You can read affirmations. You can do research on, how to release dense energy. You can cord cut. If you do any cord cutting, make sure that you're preparing and protecting yourself beforehand. And when I say cord cutting, that doesn't always necessarily mean cutting the cords of a person's energy. I cut cords to situations and to places that, carrying around that energy from that place, or carrying around thoughts about how things didn't work out there. That shit can weigh on you. And Capricorn, you don't need that. You guys are already kind of you guys carry a lot around on your shoulders anyways, so you don't need all of that extra emotional baggage that, the 9 of air is coming in trying to help you cleanse. So just be mindful that this energy coming in for you guys, it may seem very foreign, it may be a little tough, a little rough, tough and dirty, but just understand that it needs to happen, Capricorn, because you do have some cleansing to do. Sorry, y'all. I am at my school and that's the guy that be in the radio station every single day. I don't even know who he's talking. I don't see anybody else out here, but I'm gonna let him live his best life. Yeah, Capricorn. So just keep in mind, you do have healing to do, and it's looking like you're actually holding your own healing up because you're not being very honest with yourself, and you're not communicating with yourself the things that need to be communicating. You're not saying, hey self, there's some shit that I need to work through, so let's work through it. Instead, you're just being Capricorn, and you're like, okay, well, that was rough, but, that's life. It happened. Let's move on to the next. Unfortunately, Capricorn, this Leo lunar season is not going to allow you to operate like that. And if you do try to operate like that during this lunar season, that's where the chaos comes in, okay? Now, the next card that I have coming up for y'all in this spread is in the position of where do you need to show up and show out? What do you need to show off? And you got the 9 of Wands. So, Capricorn, the 9 of Wands is a card that points to, staying the course, keeping the faith. Things may not be exactly where you want them to be, but if you just hold on and stick it out, tough it out a little bit longer, you will finish out, the wand cycle. And the wands resonates with the fire element. So we're talking about passion, we're talking about drive, we're talking about motivation, we're talking about actual action. The 9 of Wands is coming up in the position of what you need to show off, where you need to show out. And I think this card is coming up a little later into this lunar cycle for you, especially Capricorn. If you're going to be dealing with healing, you may come to a point to where, you're feeling kind of heavy, where you're feeling kind of like, ooh, this is rough. I don't know if I really needed to bring myself into doing any of this type of work, which that feeling is completely normal, especially when it comes to figuring shit out about yourself or opening up old wounds that you done put hella band-aids over, you know what I'm saying? But the 9 of Wands is saying, okay, Capricorn, as you're doing this work, do not allow yourself to feel defeated. Do not allow yourself to feel like, you're being burdened by the things that you're trying to release or trying to work through or trying to heal. But instead, and this doesn't necessarily mean you need to come and bust out the gate like, hey guys, I'm healing. Hey, look at me, I'm okay. This is just saying, show up and show out. So while you have all of this crazy energy going down for you, all this healing work going down for you during this Leo lunar cycle, you need to show up for yourself in the sense that you say, okay, this shit is rough, but I'm so close to the top. I'm right there. I got a couple more steps to go. Like, things that I did not expect it to happen like this, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. The Nine of Wands is saying, you know, hang in there. This may not be an easy ride. You may have a lot of emotional healing, a lot of, you know, a lot of shit coming to the surface for you, or a lot of things that you have to work through, a lot of things that, you know, you didn't give too much attention to beforehand that may cause you to feel like, well, damn, this is heavy, this is intense. Like, I don't know if I was ready for all this. Just keep in mind, and as I've been saying in a lot of my videos, everything is divine timing. So everything happening is happening for a reason. I just told y'all about Saturn and Capricorn. The Nine of Wands is saying, hey, listen, it might be rocky, but the end is near, and the end is going to be fruitful. It's going to be abundant. It's going to be positive energy waiting there for you. Like, everything that you need to happen is going to happen. Capricorn, you guys are all about building and creating foundations, and a lot of you right now may be dealing with, you know, being in a position to where you can't seem to get a grip on your shit. Like, you might feel like your life is in shambles, or you might feel like it's not the way that you want it to be. And what I would like for you guys to know, especially when it comes to setting things up for ourselves, we can't set things up in the way that we're supposed to, or the way that they're supposed to be set up for us, if you are carrying around dense energy, stagnant energy, negative energy, emotional traumas, anything like that. Things don't work out the way that they should if you're carrying around energies that you don't need to be carrying around with you. So just keep that in mind, Capricorn. Understand that you're going to have to be honest with yourself and tap into your emotions in order to do this, and in order to heal yourself, and in order to release that energy, so that you can come into the Sage upright, you know, and so that you can come into that Nine of Wands energy. All right? Now, this is the card that had me like, okay, Capricorn, what's good? Like, what's going? Why is this lunar cycle so important for you? You got the Choice card coming up in your soul message position. So the Choice card is, as it says, it has all to do with options, all to do with opportunity, free will. It has to do with your own will, your own determination, your own drive, and your actions. So this card, Capricorn, what I believe is saying is, yeah, you do have the choice. You don't have to heal shit. You don't have to work through any of your, you know, your previous situations or anything that has caused, you know, that left a bad taste in your mouth. You don't have to do none of that shit. You actually could just continue going through life the way that you're going through life now, and just understand that if you don't work through that shit, that you will continue to live life the way that you're living it now. However, on the other hand, you do also have the choice to tap into this Nine of Water, to tap into this Sage energy upright, to stop allowing yourself to be another crossing energy to your healing. You have the choice. You actually have the choice, Capricorn. It is all up to you. And I think very closely related with Sagittarius, it's all about what you want. I was saying happiness is a choice. Yes, we have external factors that can contribute to anxiety, can contribute to stress and shit, but you only remain in wild ass situations, or in, you know, low vibrational situations like that, so long as you allow yourself to. If you want things to change, you actually have to initiate the change yourself. You have the choice. You have the option. This particular lunar cycle is giving you the opportunity to heal, cleanse and clear out and release anything that has not been serving you and that has been holding you back. But the main message here is that it is all by choice. It is all up to you. Are these things going to happen? They will if you want them to. They will if you put the work in. It's up to you, Capricorn. Okay? All right, y'all. I hope these cards provide... And look at that. You got the star on the bottom of the deck. So, like, you have every opportunity to tap into positive energy, to be the person that you want to be and to live the life that you want to live. But like I said, it's all about choice, Capricorn. So how bad do you want it? Think your spread comes out to how bad do you want it? Do you want it bad enough, or are you cool, or are you content with the way that life is going right now? And that's the question that you'll have to answer for yourself. And I hope the answer is no, I'm not cool. No, I'm not content with the way that life is going right now. I want it bad. And that you go on and put the work in to get to where you want to be in life, you know? We're always striving. Life is a classroom. We're always learning, Capricorn. It's time for you to go out and learn some lessons and do some work, and, you know, sit in the classroom and sit through that lecture and do them experiments and do that cleansing and do that healing, okay? All right, Capricorn, like I said, I hope these hope these cards brought you a little bit of insight. I hope they, you know, provide you with some guidance on how to move through this next month. Ooh, what was that? Daughter of Wands, Page of Wands. Bringing in, you know, the drive, the action, the desire, as I was talking about, you know, hoping these cards really provide you with some insight. So, you know, as I was saying, you have the choice, but you have the choice to take that action, Capricorn. So just keep that in mind, all right? If you feel like you need more insight or you want a more personal reading, or a personal reading, I'm sorry, go on and book a reading with me through my Etsy store. You can also hit me up via email if you don't see anything on there that you feel like serves you. You can also contact me via Instantgo. If you like this video, go on and hit that little thumbs up button down below for me. If you have any questions or comments, go on and drop them down below as well. I do check my channel pretty frequently, so I'll get back to you within a couple of days. If you're still listening to me talk 25 minutes in, what's that? What just fell out? You got the 3 of Fire too, Capricorn, and I actually gotta look that one up real quick. Haven't pulled that one for myself in this deck either. Oh yeah, talking about sacrifice. So yeah, Capricorn, you gotta sacrifice that tough Capricorn energy and tap into them emotions, okay? Allow yourself to feel so that you can allow yourself to heal. Ooh, bars. What I say, like, comment, subscribe. We 25 minutes in. If you're still listening to me talk, go on and hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with when I put out more videos of me talking. And if you got any Capricorn friends, or you know, people with Capricorn placements, you got any friends cross-watching for their Capricorn boos, go on and send this video to them. Y'all be sharing my videos like crazy. I appreciate it. Actually helps my channel grow a lot. And I think that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the videos I talked about in the beginning of this reading. I was talking about the new moon in Leo video, partial solar eclipse, summer solstice tarot forecast. Got those going on too. Check out the eclipse series. Check out the retrograde series. Got hella retrogrades going on. And then also, if you guys are interested, I do have a retrograde sale and an eclipse sale going on. You can get a retrograde reading, half price. Both of these sales are half off. You can get a retrograde reading, normally $40 for half price to $20, and you can get any planet that is currently in retrograde. So I know y'all really only know about Mars and Mercury. You can get a Mars or a Mercury retrograde reading for only $20 at this time. If you're interested in looking at your transformation on a more grander scale, grander on a more grand, I actually don't know what is the correct grammar for that. If you're interested in looking at, you know, your major transformation through the eclipses, I'm also doing an eclipse sale, and you can get an eclipse reading for $10 at this time. And I'm looking at the energies for the Leo Aquarius eclipse axis. The Cancer Capricorn eclipse sale will start happening in 2019. Okay, guys. And I think, honestly, I think that's it. That's all I wanted to plug. I'm not going to talk to y'all. I'm not going to talk y'all's ears off anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all next time.